Colorado just has this nonprofit cohesive spirit that seems to be rooted in everyone that you talk to.
Nonprofit leaders who are being successful are really good collaborators. They're listening to what's going on in the community and they're reaching outside of their own organizations.
Few people really understand the nonprofit sector and the impact that it makes. And I think any time that we can recognize and lift up individuals and organizations that are doing the great work they're doing, it's good for all of us.
It helps recognize all the work that's being done by a variety of nonprofits and different disciplines, different areas.
The legislators of the year are ones who have championed a cause that is important to usually a piece of the nonprofit sector, or that's serving people with disabilities, the arts, mental health, sometimes the environment.
The nonprofit committed legislators all have a great understanding of how nonprofits work in their community.
You know, we forget that we get in the legislature, we're kind of in a little cocoon there. The advocates and the leaders come in and remind us that all of this work we do needs to make a difference in people's lives.
The Excellence in Media Award goes to an entity or a person who has communicated more than just news about what the nonprofit sector is doing, but to get behind the story, to get the story of what nonprofits are doing in communities.
The past winners have shown a combination of commitments to the nonprofits. It's not only free ad space, raising money for charity. The most successful winners that I've seen have actually also dedicated quite a bit of news coverage, putting reporters on the beat.
The nonprofit sector needs the media in order to lift up their stories, tell their impact, and communicate to their many different constituents that these services are available and that these nonprofits are doing terrific work and you should invest in them.
The Public Service Lifetime Achievement Award recognizes people who have been in public service in an elected position or an appointed position in government, and they're doing the work of the community, the people's work, by virtue of that. The winners of that have not only been outstanding public servants for their elected offices or their appointed offices, but they have found a way to continue to add to the community, often by listening, by bringing people together, and by advocating for everyone's interests.
I think the common trait that we all have is one of service and one of love. I think that's a common thread that we all have, because I believe that we can't serve the community if we don't love the community.
That is both a wonderful thing to dedicate your life to, but it's also very hard. And chances are that you've made a lot of sacrifices along the way. So I think it's important to celebrate these leaders because they have given themselves to our community to make it a better place.
Winning this award was absolutely amazing because it validated the work that I'm doing in the community. It made me feel recognized and appreciated and celebrated in a very special way. It was validating to know that other people felt like the work that I was doing had value, that it had meaning, and that it was appreciated.
They didn't really need to, recognize me, but the fact that they did meant a lot. And I do a lot of work with a variety of different nonprofits along a number of different venues and topics, and so to know that that work is appreciated is heartwarming.
When you feel you're doing the right thing, you're doing it because you have a passion, but when it's shared and expressed and honored by others, it really does make you feel very humbled, very appreciated.